Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm just going to be going over the trades I took for the week. Also, as you're going to see as we go throughout the rest of the trade, that this wasn't really the best week for me. First trade we had was silver. So we had a bullish short start followed by a big bullish confirmation, so I took that as an entry. And as you can see, price did start to go my way, but then it later retraced, but I did close in a slight profit, so there's that. Next trade I took was a USD CAD. We had a bullish hammer followed by a bearish bullish engulf, so I took that as an entry. As you can see, price later went on to retrace. It was pretty much the same trade I took last week, and I was pretty much expecting the same outcome as last week, but unfortunately it didn't pan out. Also, if you look at this trade, if you look at this price movement all the way from here, it kind of looks like a bullish triangle. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to put a screenshot on the screen right now, but pretty much it's like a resistance zone right here, and then price just keeps dropping like a triangle shape until it breaks out and then goes to the upside, which was what I was expecting from here, but it didn't happen. Also, if you just zoom out a bit, you can see that the price looks to be retracing, which I did have in mind, which is why I also entered, because I thought we were done with the retracement, but it doesn't seem like it. With NAS, we had a big bullish engulf followed by another bullish confirmation, so I took that as an entry. Again, as we can see, price pretty much just tanked. I don't know where this move came from. This is like a 600 700 move. I don't know where it came from, but again, it's just the markets being the markets. Nothing you can really do about it, but go through your strategy and see if everything hit for what you need for an entry, and if it did, see if you missed something or you were too eager for something. And if everything is good, you didn't look like you were over exaggerating anything, or you were too eager or not patient enough, then it's just the market being the markets. There's nothing you can really do about it. Next trade is going to be SPX 500, so a bullish Harami followed by a small bullish confirmation or bullish hammer. So that as a entry, but as you can see, price later went on to tank and hit my stop loss. So for this, for Gem 30, same thing, two bullish confirmation days, but 2000 entry, but then as we can see, price later went on to retrace and hit my stop loss. But for a lot of these trades, I think I exited before it hit my stop loss, but this was one of the few ones that did hit my stop loss. The last one is going to be Euro 50. So again, two bullish confirmation days, 2000 entry, but then as you can see, price later went on to retrace and took me out. I'm probably going to be taking a break from trading August to September, probably somewhere around that time. Reason being because there's this saying in the stock market, which a lot of these indices are, they're index funds or a basket of stocks. So NAS 100, US 30, SPX 500, German 30, they're all stock index. So there's a saying called "sell it may go away." It's pretty much when a bunch of institutions and just traders in general sell a lot of their holdings and assets or indices because they want to use that money to enjoy summer vacation, which is coming up. And also, there's also a low level of liquidity during the summertime because, again, a lot of institutional investors and traders are on vacation. I'm gonna put a screenshot on it from, I think, Investopedia or something like that. It's an actual thing too, but I did the same thing last year too. I took a break because pretty much the same thing happened last year during this time, where a lot of trades that would go my way just didn't go my way. So I'm gonna probably start posting trades again during like September time. Mid-September is gonna be the latest probably. So I want to touch this concept of trading with support and resistance really quick, because I was talking to one of my trader friends about it, and they were saying like a lot of these entries they probably wouldn't have taken it because they would have waited for a break from either support or resistance. So if you trade support and resistance, then you probably want to enter this trade because, as you can see, there's a big resistance zone up here. So if anything, you're probably waiting for it to break this zone right here before you decide to enter, but I entered on this right here, so that probably would make sense if you trade support and resistance. If you look at a couple other ones too, like German 30 for example, we can see that there's a resistance zone right over here. Although we can see shadows right here, we do see price closing and opening within this resistance range. So, and I entered on this day right here. So again, if you trade support and resistance, you would have probably waited for a break to over here, but again, I don't really trade that. And not only there, you can also see it down here as well. You can see there's a lot of shadows. So you would probably use this as a support zone. So let's say price came here and didn't break it, you would probably waited for price to start moving up before you can ride it all the way back here. Same thing for XPX. I entered on this day, but like I've been saying, if you trade support and resistance, you can see that there is a big congestion right over here in this side. So best bet would have been to wait for it to break out here to see that break of structure before you decide to enter. And you can use this zone as well as a resistance, because as you can see, this would be probably where it ends, because as you can see right here, we have shadows. If you go all the way back here, you see a lot of shadows or price closing in that area. So obviously we could tell that there is some resistance support in here. Now, although this candle, this day did break that structure, it didn't close the day below it. So that's telling me that there is some support over here. So there is a range you could trade between here and here, but again, I don't really trade support and resistance, so I might not be the best at explaining this concept, but a friend of mine does trade that. So doesn't trade support and resistance necessarily, but he does use a concept of that. And he was just telling me that, oh, I use support and resistance, so I probably would have entered there. And I was pretty much explaining to him, oh, so you probably would have done this and that. And he was like, yeah, pretty much. So I understand the concept of support and resistance, but I don't necessarily use it. I might start to take a look at it though, so just to make my trading better, or at least try to make a strategy from that. So we'll see in the near future. But until I start trading again, I'm probably just gonna post different forex concept. Like I'm gonna post about different indicators and how you can use them, or I'm probably gonna post about how to set support and resistance, how to set your stop loss and take profits, or I'm gonna talk about risk to reward and just things of that nature. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you like it, leave any questions, thoughts, concerns, in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.